Right, hello everybody, not much even here, and welcome back to another episode of Elden Ring, the Wretched playthrough. So currently we're at the top of the Altus Plateau, at our usual stomping ground here. Just going to demonstrate a few things. Between videos, I've had a look at our gear. I've actually done quite a lot. I've got rid of a lot of the shit we weren't using, so I've kept a few shields of interest. This Dragon Claw shield is interesting to me because it has immense lightning resistance, which we can't use the shield right now. It's way too heavy for us. But if we were to invest, say, another 5 points into endurance, it's possible we could do something with that. We've also got the Cuckoo Great Shield, which has got great magic resistance and interestingly, good holy resistance. That's what made it interesting to me. Again, it's another stupidly heavy shield, but again, these are things I'm considering to help us out later in the game. Certainly, as we move towards later in the capital, and also with the Hallig Tree, perhaps these might come in handy. Obviously, we've got the Carrion Knight Shield. It's obviously a very light shield, which you can use for magic resistance, which also could be useful. We've got our Great Turtle Shield for the stamina resistance. We've also got Frost Shield, which is, to be honest, I haven't really used. I've also got the Spiral Horn Shield. I haven't put any points to use it for any real reason other than just keeping it out of interest. But these are all options. I've also done a couple of other things because let's talk about weapons actually before I explain what I've done with other things. Now, I put a couple of points to the Sword of Centrino, which it takes some smithing stones, but I didn't progress. We have a limited 1 to 4, so I thought, well, I'll just give it a go, see what it's like. But this sword is it, so we won't be using that. We have leveled up the Sword of Night and Flame to +7. Now I'm going to take it all away because I've been using this. Having a lot of fun with it in between videos, just well, you'll see just how powerful this really is. I think it's going to be good fun with me and my Mimic using this, to be honest with you. Now, I've had to be a bit clever with how we get it, because we don't actually have a lot of faith naturally. You see, we've got 24 faith there, but our actual base stat for faith is 10. I've put no points in. No, I think I put 2 points into faith. So we had 5 points from the Two Fingers Heirloom. We get 2 points from my helmet. Yeah. And then I put a further 2 points in. I think we got a couple more somewhere else. I can't remember exactly how I got to the number. I can't remember, did it? Oh, we put on challenge up. Yeah, so I changed things around a bit anyway. But it got us to the threshold so we can actually use it, because the main requirement of this sword is 24 faith. So, that I have done. Now, obviously, this scales with faith and intelligence primarily, which means we are going to change things up a bit, because now we were a strength and intelligence build, but we are now also a faith build, straight or int and faith. So what I've done is leveled up our. Where are we? Actually, yeah, no, we can show you. So I've put some points into the Clawmark Seal, leveled it up to 6. We don't have enough really to level it up any further until I get more limited stones. But the Golden Order Seal takes some smithing stones, so I put that up to all up to 6. Because this scales with the interfaith, and that, you can see there it's got pretty epic incantation scaling, 2 to 1. To be higher than what we were using. Now, a lot of it's not relevant because we're not using many of those sort of damage dealing incantations at present, but it will change. Now, I've also changed up our spells. Well, we've got one plus one physique is set up to use the Sword of Night and Flame at the moment. So we've got Priest's Faith and Fire Attacks. I'll show you how effective that is very soon. But with spells, I've kept our core ones. We've got Glintstone Pebble, Glintstone Arc. These are both good room clearance. We've got Flame Grant Me Strength to boost our damage all round by 20%. That applies both to melee and spells. We've got Flame Cleanse Me, which is just to help get rid of status effects, or alleviates poison and cures skull rot. This will come in handy later on because we're going to tackle later rot. Not this episode, but it's coming up soon. I've also added Ancient Death Rancor, which is unique because it needs intelligence and faith. And we've also got Rock Sling for. I mean, that situation is not very good in my opinion. I'm not having a good time. But we've also got the 2 dragon. We've got Rotten Breath, which is just devastating, and Dragon Ice. Now I'm going to show you just how effective these can be. We also got the order of plays. We've got the Gold Order Seal. We've got a Great Turtle Shield, and we've got our one, so we can switch between these, switch between spells and incantations at will. We've got Sword Knight Flame. I've also leveled up the Sword of Milos, which I don't know if I did it at the end of the last episode or I did it off camera, but this is a heavy sword. It's a very heavy sword. But it does, so we'd have to unequip Shield and the Seal, or the Shield of the One, for example, to use this. It's more of a melee build. We've got the poise to use it, because it's attack devastating, and also adds bleed build. So we'll kind of show you all of those, I think, as and when. We've got the Inseparable Sword, which you picked up from Dee's brother, whatever his name is, which is a faith build. Since we've got the faith, we might as well use it. So I added up, and that's actually really good, because it has holy damage. What it does, it inherently kills skeletons and things. And it's got Sacred Blade, it's got a ranged attack, sort of an old charge, you know, weapon art already on, which is great, so we don't have to use an Ash of War. But as I said, it also inherently kills skeletons, so this will be, when we tackle some of those tougher skeletons, we can switch that. Now, it's also a heavy sword, much like the Milos sword of Milos, so, again, when we use those, we have to change up, we also have to change our flasks up to switch to strength and whatnot. But they're still very good swords, very good swords. In fact, that one we have to keep. Yeah. Okay. We got the Starter Sword's Great Sword +6, which we have used situationally, but it's not very good, honestly. And we'd have to change our talismans out. And obviously we've got our core Banished Knight's Fire Halberd +17 with Flame of the Redmanes, and we've got our Knight Ice Spear. So basically, it just means we can switch out, either we switch out the shield or we switch out a couple of things to use the gear. And well, the way I've got a stats is because I've got a strength of 36. Now, I can't remember what the base stat was. Yeah, the base stat is 36. And what this means is we can actually change out, because if we get strength and faith around a similar point, we can boost them all, because we've got a flask with one physique. We can increase strength and intelligence with those if we need to do additional damage. And we also have these heirlooms. So we have a strength heirloom, a dexterity heirloom, we have intelligence and faith. So we can switch out whatever we want to boost the relevant stats. So what we want, ideally, is to get any one of those core stats, strength, intelligence, or faith, to 50, and as we approach late game, to 60. I mean, really, we could probably get one of those to 60 naturally, and use a bit of cleverness to boost them the rest of the way. Because the reason we want to do that is because A, it gives us a few options with spells that I load out, but also I need to invest in mind, because with what we have now, our weapons and our spells are very, very, very FP intensive. Certainly, we'll show you this sword first. So if we pop, but if we look at the damage now, so that's doing 530. Yeah. If we pop a flask of one physique, we want to keep away from these until this time, and then we pop flame driving strength, and now does 656. Now, if we were then to two-hand it, yeah. Now watch this. This is just a joke. That wasn't a good example, but anyway. That's how quickly they go down, right? Now I'm going to test them out on the subterranean hunting grounds ones as well. But watch this. Yeah. So this is our new sort of swordness. I also wanted to demonstrate, we'll jump back to the abandoned coffin quickly, and we'll just show you what else we have. What's going to make this interesting is because we can also use our spells. Now, again, pop flask, one physique. Now watch this, we've also got ancient death ranker. In fact, actually we don't need flame cleanse with this, but we can use ancient death ranker with our wand. Now, there is a better staff we can get later. What's this though? Yeah, no, that's pretty FP intensive, obviously, but still, that's pretty incredible, right? And we've also got another fun thing to use. I mean, Rock Sling's kind of meh, honestly, but we've got Dragon Eye Sauce. If we check out this guy, hey. Actually kills him outright. And obviously that just drains your FP like nobody's business, but even so, that's just fucking ridiculous. Now we'll do the same with the Rotten Breath. Now both of these, so Frostbite, so on bigger enemies that will give them Frostbite, which means they take more damage, which you can then pair with our Sword of Swordless. We're going to be able to do some dirty things, that's all I'm going to say. So let's switch out to Rotten Breath. And let's go again. Just take out this chap. In fact, no what? Take out this one, because he's going to do his belly flop, but it's quite funny. Right, but if we run away, you can actually see his health's going down. Now we only got to put half a charge off, took half his health off, right? And it just died of more or less natural causes. And then we're going to take on this guy like so. Like that. So, these are our new toys. And obviously, as we increase instant faith, we're going to do more and more damage. So I think this is going to be fun. Now, I also want to just quickly check our friends at the Subterranean Shunning Grounds. So, where were we? Just wasted a few minutes, isn't it? So, let's jump down to, where are we? I've gone the wrong way. I want to try it on these bigger ones, Underground Roadside. I wonder how much damage it's going to do on these guys. Let's try him out. Hey, because he's bigger ones. Not as much. We're still not quite strong enough for these guys. These guys, I feel like this place is way beyond our pay grade, you know. We did well to get where we got to, but it's still pretty tough. I wonder if Rot Breath works on him, so... No. Get away, please, no. Alright. That stuff that they do is gnarly. Why didn't it work? Oh shit. Oh well. Okay. So that was a Runark down the toilet. I didn't know that guy was going to come get me from behind. But, never mind. Okay. So we're still quite not good enough is what it boils down to. But anyway, you get the idea. Oh man, Runarks. This is obviously where we get the rest of our faith from, I should point out. So let's just pick up that, reset, and let's go on to what we actually need to do this episode. Which is, so let's, yeah. That's embarrassing. Anyway, you get the idea. It's going to be a lot of fun. But what we want to do now is head back up to, if you remember a while back, we got the Bridge of Inequity saved, and we need to do. Come on, load quickly. This now I have slightly less confidence. So we need to get a bit further in because I want to tackle some of the Mount Gilbert stuff because we need to pick up some more gear before we take on the Lake of Rot. Principally, we need the mushroom armor, which means we're going to have to do some other things. But also, I want to tackle some of the Mount Gilbert. Let's get on the horse. So they're fighting down there. Where's? Well, there should be a ladder somewhere down here. There. If we're lucky, we might make it before we get murdered. Yeah. Oh, man. It's a good job we're not fragile, isn't it? Jesus. Oh, I fucking hate those things. Anyway. It should be fun. I thought I'd just change our loadout, as I said, because it's a long game, and what I tend to find, especially in my previous playthrough, it seems to be... Well, my last guy was pretty much strength and faith, pretty much determined, but again, he ended up leveling dex a lot, depending on the weapons he had, and it was just... I had a lot of fun just trying out different playstyles, because you want to find different loadouts are more effective in certain areas, and it's something to bear in mind. Oh, here we go, Shadow Grace, this is good. It's something to bear in mind, obviously, the further in you get. Let's rest, because it's sometimes more fun to be a bit more adaptable, is what I was trying to say. And it's good, let's get a laugh. We'll see how we get on. Some more runes. I don't know if any monsters appear in this area or not. Oh. We've got a particularly obnoxious boss battle coming up, so I'm a bit nervous that we change our loadout, and also under... Oh, hi. No thanks. Somber Smithing Stone 6, excellent. Under 10 rune arcs I start to get panicky, because without the rune arcs, we're kind of heavily reliant on the rune arcs at the moment, and our relic and source heal to just get our stats where they are at the moment. And this next section is going to be tricky as well. So let's get on the old horse. Right. These guys are all infected with madness as well. Something to bear in mind. But they're also pretty weak, apparently, so that's a bonus. Just mindful to preserve our FP, but I do want to use it to just decimate. We don't really need to use our more powerful skills than these guys, apparently, so... He's got determination, so you, my friend, are in for a world of shit. Yeah, no thanks. Just another one bites dust. Smithing Stone 5, interesting. Wow, these little Turag. Hi. Good night. Another one down, okay. Okay. Oh no, this is potentially a problem. Wait, who's throwing the lightning bolts? Wondering if we can get up top of this thing and take on whoever's throwing out the lightning before we sort of press on any further. Yes, we should be able to. away from him. No thank you, dude. No thank you. Don't think there's anything up here, but it's worth a look. You never know. So one thing I should point out with the weapon set for this weapon, I rather like, if you do a roll with an R1, this little poke, which is kind of nice, because you can kind of do it, yeah. Obviously you've got the heavy version. It's got a quite nice fast moveset, which is always good with a weapon, generally speaking. So... oh. Let's go take on this dude, shall we? Can we stagger him, I wonder, with the spell? No. Apparently not. That works. That'll do it. Okay, so Ancient Death Rank has already cut the mass. I think that's better on bigger enemies, but it feels like his helmet absorbed a lot of damage. But yeah, this is how we're going to do this, I think, for the time being. If we build enough faith up, I may well end up using the Blasphemous Blade as well, but I kind of used it. I want to kind of highlight that in our next playthrough, as well as the Axe of Godric and the knife, the Dragon Fist thing. But we'll seal those. Then we won't be starting the next playthrough. Actually, no, to be fair, it should be, thinking of the time of this release, it'll probably be out by then. But you'll see when we get through that, so... I try to do as many kind of builds as possible. I'm really, really enjoying this game. Totally addicted to it. So I've got ideas for one of those as well. Okay. No. Please leave me alone. Health. So there's heavy damage too, I didn't realise. That doesn't really do as much damage as I would have hoped, honestly. Can we do this? Will this help? I mean... the... oh, come on now! Fuck off! Blame the Red Mains would have been a much better weapon for this, I think. This is not how I want to spend my day. Right. Right, let's switch out now. Come on now, look. Fuck off, look! Enough with the sword for the rain! Jesus! How did that not hit him? Right, okay. Oh, fuck's sake. Fucking bullshit they are. Right, so let's get our sword back. Please let me... Okay. Scavenger's curved sword. What's that? Garbage. Okay. So that other weapon is still... Flame of the Red Mage is still king, right? I guess this ice spear probably would have worked, but we wouldn't have didn't have a chance to change out. I feel like we'll have to use the Flame of the Red Mains for what's coming up next. Hello? Alright. Okay. Alright, okay. So I want to get up one of these ladders at volcanic stone. I'm not sure what you need that for. I need to look it up because I picked up a lot in my other playthrough and I never used it to make anything. So I'm assuming these must both go up the same place, right? That one's slightly higher. Oh, in fact, that's not the same place at all, is it? Right. What's up here? Anything? Ah, yeah. Below that. What's that? Oh, being followed. Okay. No. No, thank you. I realise we look absolutely ridiculous with this helmet on, but we were wearing another impet before, so... You know what? I'll just run around then. I'm one of those poxy birds. We weren't able to avoid the lava pots. I think they're part of the stuff we get from Volcano Manor, actually. Thinking about it. Logically, they must be. I just can't remember what they are. I don't know where the crafting book is off the top of my head. What's this?
Ah, welcome, dear customer. Yes, right this way. Right this way.
Oh, he's down there. Okay. Oh, my knees. All right then. Hi.
Welcome, valued, please. I'm hungry.
There you go. Volcano Pot. We were just talking about that. I didn't know. I genuinely didn't know he was there. So, Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 20, a record of crafting techniques left by the roaming nomad warriors, contains knowledge for surviving in the face of utter scarcity. Acquire the knowledge of craft the following: Volcano Pot, broke Volcano Pot. So let's absolutely buy one of those. Yep. Now buy another stone sword key. We've got these explosive great bolts. We've got Guilty Hood. What does that do? Causes a coarse hooded cloak of the olive brown. The garb of those that accuse lesser crimes indicated by the colour of the sharpened branches. And don't really do anything. This is the confessor outfit, right? Yeah. It's kind of rubbish. Okay. Well, I need more rune arc, so quite badly. But we can make a lot of these things, which would be interesting. We need the one that lets you build the lightning proof and holy proof liver, but I can't remember where you get them from. We have actually got to tackle some more NPC quests as well at some point soon. Yeah, loads to do actually. Lightning pot, holy pot, sacred order pot. We can actually we can use these now, can't we? Interesting. Volcano pot. Heat a cloud causing continuous fire damage. Then you just need volcanic stone, which we got. Albineric pot. So yeah, we've got a ton of stuff. And we got all the perfumes I never even used. Yeah, we've got a ton of stuff. We're getting through this game, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's actually quite good that we kept that halberd, Banished Knight's halberd with the remains on, because that'll come in handy for a lot of boss fights. And also, if we get to an area where we die more than twice, be less inclined to use any more rune arcs until we get through it, till we get a bigger supply. So which means we'd have to change our loadout quite significantly. These are all madness boys, right? It's one of those guys with the shield. It's gonna be a bit of an arsehole. Please leave me alone, boys. Okay. No. Fun fact, we've actually got those madness spells too. And again, now we've got the faith, we could very easily use madness spells ourselves. Obviously, we'd have to invest more heavily. We need more mind. We need about 25 to 30 mind to be able to use spells more effectively. And obviously increased faith intelligence by quite, well, certainly faith, but incantations. But yeah, we've got lots to do. Thankfully, we're at the kind of point where we kind of level up very, very quickly, so in theory we should. Just say, the assault on Volcano Manor, the squalid, the sick, the blasphemous, a wretched, unending war with no glory. Right, that's cheerful. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is where we need to go next, isn't it? Yeah. Also this way, thinking about it. Oh, another dude. Well, we want nothing to do with that, sunshine. Yeah, okay, that works reasonably well. Why didn't my horse appear? Right, what all this volcanic rock? Sure. While we're here, we may as well just pick it all up, right? Trina's lily. Wonder if the sleep pots work on those pumpkinhead men. Oh, this should be a boss fight, right? Why did I hit nothing? That was wasteful, but never mind. Nice 500 damage, thank you very much. Okie doke. So this should be a boss fight. And we'll have Side of Grace inside as well. Volcano Cave. Let's get our... We're 36 minutes already, that's kind of silly. Oh, okay. Okay, well that works. Just take a few hits. I guess now we have armor, necessary suitable armor that has poise. We can actually endure those hits. We couldn't before. I'll tell you, beginning of the game. No underpants, you know. Excuse me, sir. Oh no. Why did I miss? I mean, I would really like to heal sometime. Oh, not now, please. Come on, guys. Let's run. That's what I wanted to do last time. Now we can take out the rest of these guys with impunity. Hi. No. Right, okay. This is how we came in, right? Yeah. Okay. Lump of flesh, awesome. Budding cave moss. Oh, yeah. That's be the boss area. Hi. Another one down. So let's get our mimic ready. Like that. Let's see how we get on. Let's try this out of the box. Okay. About rotten rope. Like this. Yeah, that works. Obviously, I know that our boss is relatively straightforward, so I'll just start asking about it, really. But, yeah. Got us another level, though, didn't it? That's all that matters. And I want to run out, actually, because I want to finish exploring the cave. That's relatively straightforward, though. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Pretty sure we've actually done most of this anyway. I don't think there's much else to do. But I just wanted to see if there's any other items down here. I can hear something. No? No. Alright, okay. So we've already done this area. That makes sense. Let's just head out to the side of grace. We'll rest and level up. And yeah, I think what we're going to do is push up to 20 naturally with mind. We haven't got enough. You motherfucker. Alright, let's use all these little ones. That'll get us over the threshold nice and easily. Okay. Alright. Level up. Yeah, so we're going to push up to 20 mind, and then obviously... Look at our natural faith is 12 naturally, look, that's silly. We need to push those up as well, but I want to get mine just to give us a bit more of an FP pool. Now we can actually mess around. If we were to change our loadout and talisman slots, I mean, especially when we get a 4th talisman slot, we could probably put in the... what was I going to say? That's Stoner. There is a larger Cerulean Ambient Medallion that will give us a great FP pool. You cheeky monkey. Right. Okay. Right, so what we're going to do, see you later, is get to the other side. We can leave, we don't need to fight all of these guys. Have you low. Okay. Yeah. We're on 43 minutes. I feel like... Oh man, this is the boss, isn't it, up there? Let's rest. I think we will swap out the... I mean, I should really call this episode, but I might just take him out now. I think, as long as we can summon the Mimic up there, we'll be fine, I think. I hate this guy so much. Yeah. I mean, can I heal, please? Can we just fight the Mimic for a moment? Is that alright? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, come on now! Doesn't do anywhere near as much damage as I would really want though. I thought we were far enough away, in all honesty. The Mimic's just taking it for the team though, like he can take way more than I can. No! Come on, look, leave me alone. This... on now, we can do this, I believe. There we go. 21,000 runes and a summon smithing stone 6. Falling beast jaw. Ooh, that's another fun weapon I actually want to use though. Have a quick look at that. Is that a... yeah, that's a strength, dex and intelligence weapon that has the gravity bolt on it. It's obviously a heavy load. Would it be though if we weren't? Yeah, it'd still be heavy load, but that might be fun to use as our intelligence gets higher. I mean, it scales with dex as well, but mainly, yeah. Be a lot of fun. Anyway, we can switch out back to our Sword of Night Flame now. We should have impunity to use it. Starlight shards. Okay. Where the hell do I go from here? Is the question. It's not really obvious on the map. Or is it? Can't remember how to do it off the top of my head. Okay, well, what we'll do in the short term is teleport back down to the Mount Gilmore campsite, and we'll probably call this episode done. I'll give you a chance to have a quick look around. Oh, I'll take some of these volcanic rock. Yeah, I'll give me a quick chance to look around before I figure out how to progress. Before I yeah, sorry to bore you with it. I might have to Google it. I always have this trouble. I get up there, I always forget which way to go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye now.